In this picture, I have two similar triangles because of these parallel lines. Angle A is congruent to itself. Angle B in the smaller triangle is congruent to angle C in the larger because they are corresponding angles. The same with E in the smaller and D in the larger. I'm going to actually, for visualization's sake, draw these two triangles outside of the figure as two separate entities. So here's A, B, and E. I'm going to label the measurements. AB is 3, BE is X, and AE is Y. Now I'm going to draw the larger triangle, the outside triangle. Again, your pictures don't have to be very exact as long as you label them correctly. So this is A, C, and D. 2 arcs and 3 arcs. And I'll label the measurements. AC is 5. DC is 3.5. And then the tricky part, A all the way to E would have to be Y plus 3. Now, I can set up my proportions. 3 is going to correspond with 5. X is going to correspond with 3.5. And Y will correspond with Y plus 3. I need to find both variables. I'll start with X because it's a little bit easier. I'll create the proportion 3 over 5 equals X over 3.5. And then I can cross multiply. 3 times 3.5 is 10.5. And then 5 times X is just 5X. Now I divide both sides by 5 to get 10.5 divided by 2, or sorry, divided by 5, which is 2.1. And there's my answer for X. Now my answer for Y will require me to use a little bit more algebra. I can still use the ratio of 3 over 5. I could certainly use the 3.5 and the 2.1 if I wanted. So since I started with the 3 on the top, I'm going to start with the Y on the top of the second fraction, and then the Y plus 3 on the bottom of the second fraction. And I need to cross multiply. So 3 times Y plus 3 equals 5 times Y. I will need to distribute the 3, so 3Y plus 3 equals 5Y. And then I subtract 3 from both sides. Subtract the 3Y over. Sorry, that's 3Y plus 9. So I end up with the value of Y being 9 over 2, which is about 4.5. And there's my solution.